She's back. Did you miss me? Pookie? I'm gonna kill myself. Hi guys. Welcome back. Hi guys. Welcome back to the Messy Girl Hotline, where I crash out on the internet. Last night I was posting some really, really unhinged stuff. Well, not even unhinged. It's unhinged for people, but it's not unhinged for me. Girly pop me saying I want to spread a gay man's cheeks and lick him out. I just want to spread. I'm talking about. I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, anyway, I don't have a mic cover for this episode. I've also just been... I don't know what this audio is going to be like. I'm really sorry. I hope it's good. I've missed you. I've taken a break. I took like a 2-week, 3-long break from content and posting content until this week. I've been kind of like popping off. Is that hotter? Do I look hotter like this or do I look hotter like this? Anyway, I don't care. I basically just kept saying to myself, because I work, she has a job, because I work, and, you know, I was just getting into my own head about like, oh no, it has to be like light, it has to be daylight, I have to make it good quality and all this shit. It's like, girl, let's be real. No one watches your shit. You are a pathetic fucking bitch. No one watches your shit. No one watches your YouTube videos. Well, not like a lot of people. No one listens to your fucking podcast apart from like a couple thousand people. You are no one. No one gives a fuck about you. All they want to do, apparently, is listen to you yap. So who cares if there's a video or not? I'm probably ear raping you on the way to work right now. Hi, America, my unemployed queen. Yes, I know you're listening to this in bed right now. You're doing nothing with your life. Same, actually. Same. Anyway, there was a lot of things I wanted to get into. I just went away with my parents. So, okay, right, that's what we're going to get into. I went away with my parents, right? For like, I thought it was going to be like a 20-hour road trip, which is basically just like a day, which is like, oh, we drive all the way to Germany, take like one ferry, drive to Germany, because like we've done that before, and then go on a boat for like 15 hours to like Sweden, drive down, and then we're in Lithuania, my hometown. Love. Also, the vlog is up. If you haven't seen the Lithuanian vlog, go watch it. It's the first time I've ever actually like recorded my hometown. Guys, I went thrifting to cafes, read my books. You guys saw all the storms. You guys saw all the storms and shit. And basically, I have my laptop in front of me, and there's so many thoughts that I've been going through my head. And I guess this episode will be like all the media I've consumed, or just consuming media, because that's really something I want to talk about, and everything that I've kind of just like... Yeah, I guess everything I consumed over like July and August and just everything happening. And also, I'm sorry for leaving. But at least that's one thing that is consistent with me. I will just disappear out of people's lives. And I know it's not the best thing, and I'm working on it. I'm working on being like a better friend. But the thing is, the one thing I will say to my defense, I've gone to like this is like a spider web. I've gone to 6 different points in the last like 3 fucking minutes. I will say this, right? You're such a bad friend. You can't respond to a text. Blah, blah. Are we meeting up that day? No. Do you need something from me? No. Do you need my advice or my solid, like, do you need to be interrupting my solitude? My time for myself? Do you need me? Do you need me to help? Do you need me to defend you? Do you need me to be a friend? No. You just want me to respond to your memes. Fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Honey, baby. Honey, baby, sweetie pie, okay? I don't give fucks. I don't give fucks, okay? Oh, but you can post in your story, because I'm funny as fuck, bitch. I don't care that twink is shaking his ass again. I don't care what Jessica said to this person, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Oh my god, I don't care. Baka. I don't care, okay? No, honestly, and the thing is, I will say this 1,000 times. I love my friends, I love my long distance friends, but I hate communication. I would rather travel 2 hours to see you. I would rather travel the 2 hours to go see you for a day and then leave. As much as I don't like physical touch, I would just rather have that deep human connection, you know what I mean? But you can't respond to my memes, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't need me. You do not, like, fuck off. I'm having my alone time. I like being alone. I like being an introvert. I like being an extrovert in my own space, in my own time. Fuck off. And also, I will say this. In the 90s, they had a phone. You had a house phone, bitch. I'm not even from the 90s, but, like, still, you had a house phone. You always had someone else listening into your, like, all this fucking shit, right? I don't have fleas. What did you do? You went and hung out with each other. Oh no, but I don't want to leave my house right now because of this and this. Okay, then whatever you have to say to me can wait. Can wait until I'm seeing you in person and we can touch and hug and I can, like, finger your little bean, whatever the fuck. Like, girly pop, leave me alone. Like, I'm literally hosting a barbecue in 2 weeks. As much as I love hosting. Yeah, but I love hosting when it's the girls, you know? When I can, like, lay all the... and the thing is, it will be. The men can go fuck off. I'm gonna lay out the table and everyone's gonna have, like, flowers and candles and really, really cute, like, hors d'oeuvres and shit. And it's gonna be fun. The men can go grill in the corner. It's gonna be fun. But now I'm dreading it because I'm just like, oh my god, so many people are gonna be in my house. So many people are gonna be in my house. What if I just want to fuck off? It's fine. It's all my Eastern European cunty girlies. I'll be fine. We'll be smoking mad cigarettes. Yeah? Mad cigarettes. It'll be like Leo Skeppy 6 times. Except it's just all my 6 cocks. My massive fucking dongs that are just like, oh yeah, on the table. You know? Anyway. Here is the media I've consumed or just things that I have had written down throughout the week. I'm going to read them out now. Can Miss BJK, yes. Can Miss BJK please come to the front of the office? Fuck. Now presenting Miss BJK and her thoughts and feelings on the presentation of this week's podcast episode. Yeah. Did I say that right? Miss BJK? When I was in high school, I had BJK, BJK, BA, BJ, B, yay, bleep. You guys aren't having my full name. Fuck you! Fuck you! No one knows my name. This week's podcast episode. Middle children and bad taste. I've been reading this new book, Bad Taste, or I guess listening to an audiobook because I was traveling for so long I can't read in the car. It's called Bad Taste or the Politics of Ugliness by Natalie Oller, and it's narrated by Sarah Duran. The importance we place on seemingly objective ideas and taste in culture, and saturated by imagery, the dangerous impact that it harasses our identities, communities, and politics. And it's a really, really cool book, but basically it's a collection of media or a deep dive into different forms of media. And it basically just makes you think about consumerism habits, and then also the fact that we're kind of becoming magpies more than humans, you know? But it's a really cool book, and a lot of the books, I won't lie to you, I love reading, but there's certain books that I just can't. No, I don't want to read that. I can't. I'm lazy. Fuck you. I'll listen to it. These are things that I've written down. It has been 2 or 3 weeks. But when I think about shopping as a child, it was a fever dream. You couldn't have anything or everything that you wanted, only certain things. Whereas now, everything is obtainable, but in a different sense. I remember as a child thinking it was the coolest, or I was the coolest, to be with my DVD player. You know, the ones that you could have in a car and you would press play and you would only have a certain amount of CDs and stuff. And I think I've spoken about this before. It was my prized possession. I said to myself that if I had children, which I've been genuinely debating, having my fucking tubes tied. Crazy! Also, girly pops, can we just a round of applause for all the bitches that are lowering the birth rate? Woo! Let's get it down to 1%. Yeah! I'm gonna kill myself. I said to myself that if I ever had children, I would limit screen time, or at least, TV time and media time, as we know, because I'm not raising a fucking iPad child. Slow films such as Disney films or old Disney films, or cartoon films would be only, and CD players would be for films, only when it is allowed. No TV in the house. And I think I had this thought because it was like the immaculate high of going to a charity shop, because we were very poor and we didn't really have cable and all the shit, but my parents, or the fact that my parents really didn't want to pay for like British TV because they couldn't speak English at the time when I was a kid. So they had a DVD player and they would take me to charity shops to go pick out these CDs, because it was the time when CDs were kind of going to, I think it was like DVDs, or no, yeah, DVDs were going to CDs. So, you know, you could pick out whatever the fuck you wanted. And it was so fun. It was kind of like my own Blockbuster. Like, you know, Blockbuster vibe of like limited choice. And it was just really fun of like, oh my god, who's like, no one's returned this. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be fucking cool. But now everything is here and there. And it doesn't give you the same high. But now everything is there and everything is here at the same time. And we do not get the same high. Pop-ups that cause chaos in London streets, or even Labubus that are flying off the shelves because they are hollow pieces of bullshit, I hate them. I get the first 24-carat Labubu. No one gives a fuck. Everything and anything that I've kind of obtained, and it was really interesting, and that was like one of my first thoughts from the chapter, but I don't want to ruin it. And she was basically just talking about taste. Bad taste. How rich people with money will obtain all these little tiny knickknacks and treasures, or even genuinely pay architects and designers and interior designers, which is great because like that is their job. But it's like they will pay the high-end interior designers that just steal stuff from cultures and tribes and collectives and communities that doesn't make sense to them. Like, especially like, you know, the West London mums that have everything and anything from South Africa but nowhere else. Not even Morocco. Not even Egypt. She's like, I can't have that. I can't have that in my house. No, I can't have that in my house. I'm South African. Girl, you are from Surrey. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut it. We know where those statues are from. Okay, girlie, no, stop. What the fuck are you doing? No, but they were like £1,000. They were like 1,568 pounds net. Mouth graping you down. She's like, do you want Prosecco? Do you want chicken wine? You want some chicken wine? I get you chicken wine. I've never tried chicken wine. Someone get me some. I want to try some. I really like Australian wine. Anyway, then, so being on this trip with my parents for like, oh yeah, by the way, it wasn't like 20 hours. It was, let me break it down, right? We went 6 a.m, whatever the fuck. I got back from my boyfriend's. Cool, whatever, bye. We left at like 4 a.m. to get to France. On the ferry, everyone's sleeping. My mum's already being a raging fucking bitch because I wouldn't send her a picture of me and my boyfriend. You're not gonna send me a picture of you and your boyfriend so I can post it all over Facebook? No! Fuck off! Set boundaries! And then she got pissy with it. And I'm like, stop being a narcissist. Love. So, driving. Car breaks fucking down in the middle of the motorway in Belgium. We're in front of Ghent. We are like 5 minutes from Ghent, okay? We're like between Antwerp and Ghent. Car break down. We got to mechanic. My dad's freaking out. He's like, oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck is that? Guys, calm it down. We're at the repair place. It's fine. We're not even like catching another ferry. We're staying at this little boathouse. We can arrive whenever we want, okay? It's fine. I'm fine! Yeah, anyway, yeah, we break down. We get it repaired. It was like a tenner. We tipped him. It was fine. Also, fucking asshole. We tipped the guy, like the mechanic that literally just checked us out. He didn't even do anything. We literally tipped him like 15 quid or like 20 quid or whatever the fuck. And his manager comes out and he just goes, mine. Immediately. And I was like, well, that's a bit shit. Sorry, King. We should have like done it outside, but still. Anyway, we get to the place. We get to the ferry. Everything's fine. I blow up. Like, I mean, I blow the fuck up in front of my parents. She is, my god, I swear to god. I genuinely, sometimes I think they actually fucking hate me. It's got to a point where, you know, you try and set boundaries, you try and be healthy, you try and be like that person, and they are just shoving it down your throat. When I say they, I mean my mother. Like, she's just trying, not even to rage bait me, she's just trying to rile me up. And I have no fear. My boyfriend sometimes begs me to get some social anxiety. I don't have it. I don't care that this entire boat in this canteen can understand what I'm trying to say. I will say it at the top of my lungs and I will say it with a fucking megaphone, okay? You are a raging fucking bitch. You're trying to rile me up being like, you don't do anything with your life. You're not this, you're not that. You're a fucking insecure cunt. You're a fucking blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I've worked hard to be where I am. I've achieved everything I want to achieve to the point where I feel lost half of the time because I feel like I've achieved everything so young that I've ever wanted to. I am so proud of myself. You can fuck off. Fuck up. And I'm screaming. not even screaming, I'm articulating perfectly the way that I'm articulating now at this level of tone. You know what I mean? And I'm like, can you shut up? And even my dad is next to me being like, usually he would defend my mum, but even he was like, no, you've done this. You did this on purpose. And now everyone's looking at you and this is on you. I do not care. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. Being so like nonchalant on the top of the boat with the cigarette, being like, calling my boyfriend, this, and then she was mean. Did she see you cry? No, that's my girl. That was me. That was me with no shame. Anyway, but then we got to Lithuania. Everything was fine. Everything was a bit like back and forth. She's like, you need more responsibility. You're away. You're away for 2 fucking months and I'm controlling everything to do with your life. You can shut it, okay? How much more can a daughter can do? That's the endless pit of responsibility that a woman carries on her shoulders just for being born with a fucking vagina. What if I just extended my flaps? What if I just extended my fucking flaps to the point where they look like a cock? Would you treat me differently? No, you wouldn't. Anyway, mild child fanatics. It's been a while since I was with my family in one car for a couple hours. And surreal would be the wrong word. Last time I was in this position, it was chosen, like a hostage, was right before I ran away. I was freshly 18 and we decided to do a road trip of 6 countries in 3 weeks, 1,000 hours, and feeling like a black sheep of so many differences and so many situations and so many scenarios. I think the teenage angst stuck with me just a tiny bit till my late teens, or at least my late 20s. I'm not even 20 yet, but you get what I'm trying to say. You know what? To hell, I might say I still have some resentment, and I think that's normal. I used to think I was the smartest person in the room, or at least in the car, quick to fight, to defend myself. But this time around, as much as I held it back in some sense, this was before I lost my shit. Foreshadowing! This is before I lost my shit. This time around, as much as I held it back in some sense, my need for validation, or at least that need for someone to save me, never really came to the surface. I didn't feel the need to torment myself, spend the next 20 hours in a fight, or at least fight or flight, or over rage bait or for clarification. An ex-narcissist pick-me mother, a I know it all man-child of a father, and a little brother that is about to be 18 himself. And sadly, I will say he does remind me a bit too much of the cool boys at school that thought they were on top of the world. But those boys now, I know they're not doing anything actually good with their lives. And that high and mighty good luck charm that they had faded. So I wish him luck, and hopefully that doesn't become him. But what amazed me is the change in character, or maybe just age. My mother is still calorie obsessed and not reluctant to shame me, but now has a constant need to hang out with me, but I'm still working towards that. My father is still filled with a teenage humour, but this time with less patience, and my brother is still just annoying as always, but some part of me is proud that he has sharp comments about the world, politics and humanity, even if his thoughts and feelings are wrong, for now, and still needs some more time in the real world to really figure out what makes him proud to be himself. I think being a middle child, not in like a sad way, but I remember it got to a point of the trip where I didn't have any alone time. Like I remember saying to everyone that morning that, okay, I'm going to be left alone. Okay, we'll do the thing that we need to go do today, which is like buy a basket for my bike and then just go on and I'll go on with my life. I'm going to go to a cafe and read my book. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this today alone. I literally said that like maybe 6 times to everyone. But of course, no one's listening. And it got to a point where they were just following me around. And then my mum was like, oh, I'm going to go to this thrift store. I was like, I'm going to go as well. So we were like, okay, we'll just go together. And then I'll go read my book at a cafe after that. They follow me. Everything's fine. I'm in the charity shop with my mum. You will see that in the vlog. And out of nowhere, all I hear is them like, can you hurry up? Can you hurry up? Can you hurry up? Why are you here? Why are you here? Go away. I wanted to spend the day on my own. I wanted to vlog on my own. I wanted to just be on my own. Me spending some time with my mum at the charity shop because I knew she also wanted to go is not a big deal. But it's the fact that when I went outside after not being able to try on half of the shit I wanted to because I was taking too long, they're outside sitting on the curb like Dumb and Dumber. What is the point? Then we head to my favorite cafe And I'm sitting there and everyone's chatting over me. And it's just like, I just want to be alone. I don't know how many times I said it. And it got to a point where I just said it out loud. And they're like, why are you so pissed off? Why are you so this? Why are you so that? And it's just like, I said, I just wanted to be alone today. I just wanted to read my book alone today. Oh, but you didn't say anything. You didn't say... And it's just like, it's that constant exhaustion of repeating myself. But then any moment that I do have to myself, they feel like they're invited. But then in that moment of that invitation, you know, us doing anything, they're constantly bombarding me. They don't listen to my needs or my wants. But then when it comes to what are we doing today, the whole day, that day, they were just asking me, so what do we do next? What do we do next? What do you want to do? What do we do next? We'll go on a bike ride. Do you want to go on a bike ride? We'll do a bike ride. You wanted to go to the cafe, so we'll go to the cafe with you. Leave me the fuck alone and make your own decisions for once. And not to say it was torment, but it was just the fact of like, sometimes it gets too much, especially as a grown woman. And I love my family and I love spending time with them, but sometimes it's so much. And I remember getting to like one of the last days and me just not being able to wait to get home and calling my boyfriend one evening, crying again, like every fucking bitch does, and not in like a sad way, or me calling him and just, he's like, hello, and I'm like, hello, and he's like, what's wrong? And I said, nothing. I'm gonna sound like a burden. I'm gonna sound like I'm complaining for no reason. And I've been working towards not complaining and being ungrateful as a person, because sometimes I feel like as a girl, well, I don't want to put it on the female species, but as me, sometimes I complain about the little things that I just kind of want to vent about, but then I realize those little things rile me up more than actually just getting past the thing I actually wanted to talk about. So I was like, I know I'm trying to be better, but I don't want to complain. And he was like, no, just talk to me. And I remember just saying to him, I don't know how to say this, but I feel so lonely. And he was like, what? And I said, I feel so lonely. It was a weird feeling of loneliness that I had surrounded by these people that I've thought for a very long time I've healed from, working back and forth towards being on my own and being comfortable with myself, and then also being comfortable in a whole crowd of people. Now I'm back in this state of being this middle child where everyone's eating or everyone's having a picnic and stuff in the car, and I'm being left out until the point where everyone's like, do you want anything? You didn't say anything, but you offered to everyone else apart from me. Okay. You're talking about what everyone wants to do, and then the moment that you say you want to do something, it's your fault for not speaking up. You could ask, you could get involved. The moment I want to talk about the books or the media that I'm consuming, or even just who I am as a person, what I'm planning for the next couple months, you start shouting at me because I'm planning too far in advance and you don't care. It feels lonely when you have to everyone else's needs, but no one kind of tolerates your thoughts and feelings. And that's what I mean. I don't want to sound like, oh my god, pity me, pity me. But it did get kind of lonely at a certain point, because it was just, I could barely even talk, to the point where we were like in the supermarket. I'm trying to make the first conversation. It was this weird like thing of not lard butter, gua sha butter. It's this type of butter that is made out of pasteurized oat milk. I don't know, something like that. Don't quote me on that. Ghee butter. And it's made in a specific way. We'll get to that. And I remember just being like, oh my god, this is so cool, trying to show my mum and my dad. And then I don't know where my little brother says something and everything's like dropped. And it's just like, oh my god, what did you say? And it's just like, how many times can I try and talk about something I care about? Like, you don't actually have to care, but it's nice to feel loved in a way. But anyway, bit deep. But yeah, I remember calling him and being like, feeling a bit lonely, can't wait to get home, can't wait to see you. And I think in a sense, I haven't felt like this for a very long time, and I haven't felt like a middle child for a very long time. So it was really strange and it was very emotional, but I guess we got through it. Pretty cool. But I don't think I'm going to be able to take a trip with them for a while, unless someone else is there, you know? Other things I have been consuming is Jessie Murph's new album, spoke about that before. And also Sid Taylor's After the Fact. Great albums. You guys should listen to them, head into them, just full blast. But I've recently been on my book grind. back into my books, and I've just nearly finished Song of Achilles, and I have thoughts and feelings. Number one, as we know, I am like a Greek mythology whore. I'm a Greek mythology whore through and through, and I'm here hyperventilating to my boyfriend, being like, oh my god, and then this one, and then Achilles with the Perseus, and then Odysseus, and then you know, I'm just that Greek mythology whore. But the thing is, one thing I do want to say, whilst reading these books and me going in and out of, you know, cultural media, politics, fashion, beauty, actual just like non-fiction, fiction type books, and just kind of like weaving in and out of that, every time I read this book, or at least this is my second time trying to read it, I'm glad I'm actually through it now, because the first time I tried to do it, I was like, I can't do this. Fuck this. All I think about is Alex Warren's song, Eternity. No one spoil it for me, because I already know I'm gonna like cry. But I'm going to say it also on here because one of my favourite paintings, it's the painting of Achilles holding or like grieving Patroclus' like death. It's in the Victoria Albert Museum and the British Museum. And every time I see this painting, I cry. And now I'm finally reading a book that depicts this story. And I don't think I'm a jealous or envious person. There is not a lot of things or people that I could like depict within rage. You know, anything that kind of upsets me a tiny bit, I think about it, it stirs in my stomach. I think, why is it actually upsetting me? And I realize it's upsetting me. So let's just remove it off my phone, or me seeing it, or remove myself from the situation, which is fine. But when it comes to actually feeling envious of certain things, a lot of the time people do not like what I have to say. They don't understand me. And one of the things is losing a lover, losing a loved one, especially a lover. I am grateful enough that I have a person I love so deeply, and I wish I could never lose them. If we break up, I at least wish them, you know, to have like the best life and without me. But I mean in the sense of like them dying. I, for every single part of my being, please do not let this be true, and I'm knocking on wood, but I will never know what it's like to lose a lover until it's their death. And I don't wish that upon anyone, but I've always been envious of what is it like to actually feel that feeling. And I'm envious of people that get to love someone so much that they weep in. I think it's such a beautiful thing to lose someone that you love, to grieve every single part of them, to hold them in their, like, in your arms whilst they die, or at least get to feel that feeling. And I think a lot of the time I'm not jealous or envious of things or people, I'm more envious of feelings. A lot of the time when you are numb for a very long time, you do not get to experience these things. But one of the feelings I've always wanted to experience is grief. And I know one day I will. But I mean in the sense of, I think it's the fact that I have kind of not glamorized, but I have this, I think I've spoken about this before, I have this connection to, or at least I have this obsession with films and media and things that kind of are like a slice of life. It's not an ending, it's not a beginning, and it's not an end. Things like This Little Life, stories where the lovers don't end up together. Not because they make me cry, just the fact that I think it's beautiful and it's so much more raw than just, oh my god, here's a happy ending. And when I think about it in a sense of dying for a loved one in battle, or rekindling with someone after the war, or just certain things like that, and so many like extremes, or at least romanticized scenarios of these extremes, it's such a beautiful feeling. And I don't know how to put it into words. I do not know how to articulate this, but I'm envious of the people that get to experience it. I want to know what it feels like. I want to know what it feels like to have that person kind of die in your arms and have their last breath be yours. Be so intertwined with someone's soul that they want it to be you, but no one else around you matters. That person holds you so dearly, and it's not exaggerated because, you know, it's like a spear has been like shot through their heart. If that person locks eyes with you, that person is yours, that person is publicly yours. And maybe this is in a sense of like I was hidden away from a lot of people when I was young because I was like an embarrassment to people. Oh my god, Gabby, can you actually gain some social anxiety? No. But you get what I'm trying to say? Let me see if I have any notes on this. I swear I wrote this down somewhere. I knew I wrote some notes down before when I was like on the train, and I wrote a poem about it. Okay, this is it. I hate all of you, do not judge me. I'm not someone easily touched by envy. Not for possessions, not for status, not even for people. That usual temptation of the world rarely stirs me. But there's a particular kind of sorrow, a grief so profound it feels like a love's final act. Not the grief of losing a pet or a distant relative, but the kind of sung by tragic novels, the kind of lives lived in atonement, or the breaths between lines of Songs of Achilles, the ache of watching a lover die in battle, of knowing their last breath was meant for you, a breath that was once filled with life, that is now leaving your empty full at once. It's not the spectacle of envy, but the depth. The unbearable weight of love so great it leaves behind the silence that sings. I've never known that kind of loss, yet. In some small shameful way, I yearn for it, the clarity it brings. To have loved so deeply, to have mourned so truly, because in those moments, when someone screams at the sky for what they have lost, you know that they have had someone worth screaming for. And I wrote that on the train, and I hope none of you judge me for it. But you know, like, I don't want anyone to kind of be mad, or at least kind of say anything that's like, oh my god, why would you wish that upon someone? Why would you want to know what that feels like? But I don't know. I've always been envious of people that get to know the feeling of standing on a stage, even though I used to be a theatre kid, but like standing on a stage, like after like a ballet performance and having the entire crowd go wild, or like being at the opera and having every single part of that work and years and blood and sweat and tears that you've put into every single performance to be on that stage and be that lead. Now you have everyone screaming your name for a night. I'm envious of people that get to experience that. I'm envious of people that get to death, or at least mourning a lover that is worth mourning for. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm envious of people that, especially because I'm such a, like a, not like a nerdy, I'm not a science nerd, but I love like the Big Bang Theory and everything to do with like science and stuff. Like, I'm not the smartest, but I'm all into that type of shit. It's the sense of like, I would love to know what it's like to, like, a groundbreaking discovery, finding something, getting a Nobel Prize, or having every single part of your work be kind of unlocked and every thought being able to be put down onto paper and read by thousands. And I don't mean it in the sense of like, you know, I'm having everyone watch me and it's a presentation for people, but in the sense of, I want to know what that feels like, but I don't think there's any point in my life that would happen realistically, you know? So maybe it's not envy, maybe it's not jealousy, maybe it's just, I think it's the highest form of human that you can be. It's the highest form of human morality and feeling that you can feel. The most common being a death of a pet, the breaking of your arm, childbirth, buying a house or getting accepted into school. I think these are the most common feelings, and as much as I'm not trying to water them down, they are such valid feelings, and these are all things that I should be mourned or celebrated. They're common. I like the uncommon, and I'm envious of people that get to feel the uncommon. I haven't had really any of those feelings yet. Maybe there's a word for it. I've Googled, and it's saying there's not like a perfect English word for it, but core concepts would be vicarious awe, existential envy, profound FOMO. I guess these are things that are like in the Urban Dictionary. Frisson is French, the sudden wave of emotion and with intensity, a shiver down your spine, or often a response to art or overwhelming thought, or sublime longing, a poetic phrase you could adopt, refers to the beauty of overwhelms or terrifies, or terrified beauty. Frisson, the sudden wave of emotional intensity, a longing for those sacred, unreachable feelings. Is there anything you guys feel? I've said mine. Have you guys ever had that feeling, a frisson feeling of wanting to do something? Also, I have a pop-up on the 30th of August in London, in East London. Please come. We're going to be making bouquets and manifesting jars, and we're gonna have really cool bakery free drinks type wellness, and we get to like hold hands and be gay together. And yeah, please come. I just want to meet all of you. I want to meet all my little sisters. I want to be able to like touch and feel you, not in like a weird way. Please don't be like under the age of 18. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, no, actually do come. I'm not gonna touch you. I promise I'm not gonna touch you. I hate human touch. But you get what I'm trying to say. I'd love to like just remove all the media aspects from it and like parasocial relationships. I would love to just talk to you guys and have your actual feedback and all this shit, and just create a bond with people that I think care about me, and I care about you even if I don't know you, but I value you, so at least with the people I value. But so please come to that. There's tickets in my bio on Instagram, so go do that. But yeah, I'm gonna end the podcast episode here. I'm very proud of myself and I'm very proud of you guys, but tell me, Is there a feeling of frisson that you have felt, that maybe you are envious of a feeling that someone else gets to feel and you don't? Not yet, at least, maybe. Tell me, comment it, or at least give me your thoughts and feelings on this episode. I would love it. I'm going to go wind down for this night, light a candle, make some tea, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.